Hey guys, quick video just to give you an update on the growth of final expense even through the COVID pandemic and everything that's happened to business. Final expense has been exploding. The interest in final expense has gone through the roof while other insurance products have gone down. And what I'm going to show you today is some actual reports and data that prove that final expense is the place to be if you want to sell insurance. So we're going to work through this article so that you can see all the proof I think necessary. If you haven't believed in me already, showing you all these great videos. Well, final expense is such a great business model to be in. So my name is Dave Duford, own Duford Insurance Group. I train agents to sell final expense over the phone and face-to-face, along with Medicare and annuities. If you want to learn about my agency, there's links above or below. Check them out. But let's jump right into this article. So first of all, total final expense life insurance premiums increased by 9% in 2020 to $480 million among the top 19 companies that provide sales for both 2020 and 2019, according to a new report from the Life Insurance Council. A quick note here, thank you Insurance Forums for compiling this important piece of research. Interestingly enough, at the same time, this report found that 2020 annual pre-need life insurance premium fell 10% year over year. This is kind of interesting because pre-need and final expense are very similar. They pay for the burial or cremation. But pre-need is kind of a middle-class product. It's more expensive. Usually there's more money put down up front. And it's interesting to see how that product, which serves the same need, has dropped by 10%. And this is a more middle-class market where a final expense product is more of a lower income, the middle lower income product has gone up 9%, even with March and April being really tough with the COVID starting then and people getting afraid to have people come over and sell them, or agents afraid to go out and sell. Even despite that, growth has just been phenomenal. And so just so you know, this Life Insurance Council, they survey 24 final expense insurance. And interestingly enough, even with the 9% increase, there's a substantial drop in 20% of 20% in monthly sales in March and April due to COVID-19. And a couple other things that I find interesting here. In 2020, 75% of final expense sales were full death benefit policies. The other quarter represented policies that provided a limited benefit in the first few years of issuance. And what that means, in case you don't know, is that final expense, what you want to sell most of the time, 75% in this case, are first day full natural and accidental coverage. And what the stats here say that 3 out of 4 policies represent this. And then what we have a limited death benefit for is typically what's called guaranteed issue. Not always, but it takes 2 full years before the client gets full death benefit coverage. So it's interesting that the vast majority of the numbers that I've always said have stayed true is that 3 out of 4 people are going to get level coverage, first day full coverage, but then that 1 out of 4 isn't. They're going to get some kind of modified to your weight graded plan or something out there. Also, the average face amount for simplified issue coverage was $11,000 in coverage, which makes sense because it used to be about $9,000, $10,000. It's kind of incrementally increased every year I've read these reports. And the average guaranteed issue policy was $8,800. And the reason it's going up is largely because inflation and prices for funerals are going up. So that's going to drive the overall premium size for these policies. For both simplified issue and guaranteed issue, the average age of the policy buyer was 63 and a half. Right around where we've seen, about 62, 63 years old. And COVID-19 had a significant impact on the pre-need market. April sales fell 47% compared with the prior year, and despite rebounding, never reached pre-pandemic level. Really interesting stuff here. So why am I showing you this? Why should you care? Because bottom line, guys, this business is fantastic, final expense. It is growing precipitously. And there's no reason I would see this to slow down. I just got done cutting a video on baby boomers hitting retirement, thinking about being prepared financially, and having a life insurance plan, and why now is the best time to be getting into the final expense market, and why you're not at the end of a trend, you're at the beginning. We've got at least a good solid 20 years of this from 2020 to 2040 to really ride on the coattails of this trend. Added to that, a lot of insurance agents are old. They're retiring. And if you're younger like me or even younger, you're in a great opportunity to jump in, really get the most out of this business, and extract a lot of profit and provide a lot of value. So if you want to learn more about selling final expense, that's what we do. That's what we specialize in, really. Go to daviddeford.com/FAQ to learn more. You'll see the links above or below. And I hope this little article gives you some hope that this business is hot, 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 and it's going to stay that way. Y'all take care. Thanks.